Hello, this is Hank Green, one of the principal organizers of VidCon. Since we preliminarily launched VidCon a few weeks ago, there have been a lot of questions, and so I have been collecting those questions, and now I'm going to answer them all at once. And since there are a lot of questions, this is going to be a fairly long video, but by the time you are finished watching it, you will know everything there is to know about VidCon. Question 1. What is VidCon? VidCon is like half conference, half celebration. We wanted to get as much of the online video community together in one place in the real world for a weekend this summer. It's a celebration of the community with performances and concerts and parties, but it's also a discussion of the explosion in community-based online video. Who is going to be there? I'm going to be there. I have about 100,000 subscribers. Shane Dawson is going to be there. He has about 1 million subscribers. Martha Stroud is going to be there. She has 0 subscribers and has never made a video before in her life. If you want to see an incomplete list of the people who are going to be there, head over to vidcon2010.com. There's a link in the sidebar. So what's the difference between this and a gathering? I don't mean to brag, but I have been to more real-life free YouTube gatherings than anyone else in the world. I've done dozens of those real-world free gatherings, and they are fantastic. They're also generally short, focused on one person specifically or completely unfocused. I want to be clear that I love gatherings, and I will continue to support and be at them. But with VidCon, we wanted to try and do something a little bit different. VidCon will certainly have elements of a gathering, but it's going to be a much more structured thing with scheduled speeches and performances and parties and concerts and conversations with some of the biggest names in online video. We wanted to rent a real live space where we could have the thing be, and we wanted to be sure that we could have good audio visual and good internet connectivity and a lot of different really sort of difficult stuff to pull off, and in the end that becomes very expensive, which is why the full weekend costs $80 or $40 just for one day. $80? Are you guys gonna get rich off this? No. There are a lot of things to pay for here, which is why we need everyone to help pay for it. John, my brother, and I are the only people putting any money into this. There's no big corporation behind VidCon. It's just us. But if VidCon does make money, all of the proceeds will go to charity. This is about community after all, not about making bank. What about the cost of the hotel? The cost of the hotel will likely be more than the costs of the conference for you. You will need a place to sleep, and so we've negotiated with the Hyatt Regency Century Plaza to get the cheapest room rate possible. We got them down to $149 a night for single, double, triple, or quad occupancy. So if you are concerned about costs, I suggest sharing the hotel room with up to 3 people. We have put together a form at vidcon.com to help people find roommates, but we suggest that you make sure you can trust the people that you're rooming with, and also we suggest not mixing genders. If you play it right, you should only need 2 or 3 nights at the hotel, and if you share that cost with a lot of people, it shouldn't be too expensive. Will you be having sponsors? Yes, we hope that sponsors will come in and help share the cost of VidCon and make the thing cheaper and more awesome for everybody. So we are definitely looking for sponsors, and if you think that you've got a company that might be interested in sponsoring VidCon, please contact us at vidcon2010@gmail.com. But again, if those sponsorships help us make even more money, we will just be able to directly siphon that from the sponsors into excellent charities. So what's up with this insider track thing? We created the insider track for 2 reasons. 1, we wanted business type people whose companies are going to be paying for the conference to help subsidize the costs for the community. So the insider people have to pay more so that the community people can pay less. We also created it so that there could be conversations between the big names in online video and the up and coming content creators, and also people from companies who have a stake in online video. But rest assured, the community track has all of the awesome, cool things that VidCon will have. It just won't have talks like intellectual property and emerging digital media. Can you be more specific about what kind of programming we're talking about here? Yeah, we don't have a set schedule yet. Well, I'll put an annotation here as soon as we do. But the kind of programming we'll have on the main stage will be pretty varied. Some of the people will be doing straight up stand-up comedy, others will be doing conversations between themselves, other YouTubers, and the audience, while others will maybe have a mix of those 2 things, maybe involving musical instruments, maybe involving microwaves. But at the end of each day, we'll wrap up the session with some rapid-fire talks from some of the best minds and biggest names in online video. And then later that night, we will reconvene for concerts, followed by a video dance party. Oh yeah. Wait, will there be time just to hang out? Yes. Why are you doing this in LA? The truth of the matter is, no matter where we had this thing, it was going to be far away from most of the people in the world. We chose LA for 2 reasons. 1, it's generally an inexpensive place to fly to, and 2, when we looked at the map of all of the YouTubers we wanted to have there, LA was the brightest spot on the map. Why didn't you invite blank? You may not have noticed this, but the online video community is gigantic. gigantic. We tried to reach out personally to as many people as we could, but there was just no way that we could invite everyone we wanted to be there individually. So the short answer is, they're invited. You're invited. Everyone is invited. We really want you and the people that you want to be there. And we still have some slots open in the schedule, so if there are people who are interested in talking or suggesting people to have come talk, please send us an email at vidcon2010@gmail.com. When exactly does the conference start? The doors will open roughly at 10 a.m. on Friday, July 9th, and it will end sometime in the afternoon of Sunday, July 12th. The Sunday programming won't be nearly as scheduled. It'll be more of a gathering atmosphere, so if you really need to save money, then you don't have to stay for the Sunday stuff. Is there a limit on how many people who can come to this thing? Yes, there is a limit, but we are pretty far away from reaching that limit. Hopefully, we will not reach it. Is there still room at the hotel? Yes, there is still a good amount of room at the hotel. When is the deadline for registration? If it doesn't sell out, you will actually be able to buy your ticket at the conference, but the tickets will be much more expensive if you buy them at the door. How did you get all these big famous people to come? They're not big famous people. We're friends, we talk a lot in the online video community, and one day I had this idea and I started asking people and they were like, yeah, sure! So that's how I did it. Can everyone come? Yes, everyone can come, but there are some limitations on that. If you are over 18, just come. If you are 16 or 17, then you have to get a parent or guardian's permission. And if you are under 16, then you have to have your parent or guardian there with you. Please email us at vidcon2010@gmail.com to set that up. So it's $80. What do I get for my $80? I have always personally found that it is much more rewarding to spend money on experiences than stuff. And we will definitely be brokering in experiences at VidCon. That being said, you do get some stuff. Everyone who registers for VidCon will get a free tote bag with some goodies in it. We don't know all of the goodies that will be in the goodie bag, but it will include 1. An exclusive VidCon 2010 t-shirt provided by District Lines. Thank you very much, District Lines. And a new DFTBA Records compilation with music from more than a dozen of your favorite YouTube musicians. So you will get some stuff, but really, I think we got to agree that it's about the experience. What do I need to do to register? The registration process is fairly simple. Just go to vidcon2010.com and click on the big red registration button and it'll guide you through the process. Once you have paid, you are officially registered. All you have to do is show up with your photo ID and we will give you all the stuff at the Hyatt Century Regency Plaza in Century City, LA. Getting the hotel room is a whole different thing, but if you follow the link that's on the homepage of vidcon2010.com, you will get put directly into Hyatt's system with the group rate discount. That is all of the questions that I gathered to answer. If you have more questions, please leave them in the comments, @reply us on Twitter, or send us an email at vidcon2010@gmail.com.